So Michael Johnson versus Josh Emmett was this weekend, and it was a good fight. Michael Johnson schooled him the whole fight on the stand-up department. Josh Emmett, who's a good wrestler, never shot for a takedown, much like Gaethje. And Josh Emmett landed one big punch the whole night, and it ended the fight for Michael Johnson. Michael Johnson was winning, I believe, every round. The first round was quite close. But as you can see, it was well on the way to Michael Johnson winning a unanimous decision. For sure. Well, I don't actually know. Because the fucking judges that night were fucking ridiculously bad. Ray Borg got robbed. Someone else got fucking robbed. What's his name? Mearshart, I feel like, got robbed in the Kevin Holland fight, but I don't care because it made me look right. But I thought it was going to go the distance between Michael Johnson and Josh Emmett. That's his name. Azog the Defiler, as I like to call him. He landed one big punch the whole fight, and when I'm predicting fights, and when everyone is predicting fights, the one thing that it's hard to calculate is knockout power. Because there's so many unknown variables. When you go into a fight and you're making a prediction, you know some things. You know, this guy's better at striking, this guy's going to be better at wrestling, this guy might have better submissions off his back, yada yada yada, this guy's got longer reach, he's probably going to work his jab. Shit like that you can tell. Whereabouts they are in their career, stuff like that. But when there's two guys, similar ages, taking a lot of damage between them, and the knockout power is there, it's just so weird. It's the reason why I bet against Tyron Woodley in nearly all of his fights. Because in my opinion, Tyron Woodley, very good, very technical, but I just feel like a lot of his fights were just reliant on the knockout power. You know? Damian Maia, he knocked him down a few rounds, secured rounds against Maia. That's it. Stephen Thompson schooling him, lands the big shot. I always bet on Woodley not to land the big shot, but he seemed to always do it. You know, Darren Till Woodley, stalemate, lands the big shot, you know. Kamaru Usman, he doesn't land the big shot, and look what happens. You know what I'm saying? So I expected Josh Emmett not to land, but Michael Johnson, can we talk about a weird record that he has? I mean, I'm talking, he's beaten... Who's he beaten? He's beaten two of the top three lightweights in the world right now. He knocked out Dustin Poirier. He beat Tony Ferguson by unanimous decision. Also, Edson Barboza, he beat in his career by unanimous decision. He's got some real good wins, but he loses to Darren Elkins, and loses to Nate Diaz, and loses to Josh Emmett. It's just a strange fucking record. He's like... I wasn't going to compare him to Artem Lobov, because no one's worthy. It's like trying to compare someone to Muhammad Ali. You know, you just don't do it with Artem Lobov. No one can compare to the GOAT himself. But what I'm saying is, I just feel like the fight IQ for Michael Johnson just isn't there, and I feel like he should retire. I feel like more fighters should retire, because let's say it like this. Boxers, we know about brain damage. We know about brain damage from boxers. Because they've been around long enough to get to the age where you start to notice it. When they're about 70, 60, they're getting up there in age. But in the UFC, no one who's like... Because back in the day, guys didn't used to fight forever. You know, they used to have very short careers because it wasn't very profitable in the early days. You know, so they'd get in, get out, start their own school or start their own gym. Guys haven't got to the age yet where you're really going to really badly see signs of brain trauma. So we have no idea. And my thinking is, it's going to be fucking worse than boxing. Mainly in-fight damage that you take is going to be responsible for this. Because in boxing, they got the gloves, you're taking shots to the head, but when Jeremy Stevens is fucking flattening Josh Emmett, that is irreparable damage. Those elbows on the ground... Josh Emmett was talking about having a head injury coming into the fight. And I feel like Michael Johnson, listen, you're a good fighter. But I feel like every fighter needs a coach that will just sit them in a room on their own. Just them and the coach, and just tell him, you're not good enough. Why are you in this if you're not going to be champion? What's the point? Michael Johnson, you keep winning 2, losing 2, or losing 3. You went on a big loss streak. You lost to Khabib, no hard feelings. You lost to Darren Elkins. You lost to someone else in between all of that shit. I just feel like it's time. Sad. Sad, I know. And also, Josh Emmett, talking about, I visualised that knockout. Like, shut the fuck up, please. Just because you train at Team Alpha Male doesn't mean you have to be brain dead. Please, shut up. I visualised that knockout with my mind, coach. That knockout, I knew it was coming the whole time. No, you fucking didn't, you idiot. You swung and missed for 3 fucking rounds and landed the shot in the last minute. Be fucking honest with us. Don't be like, I visualised that knockout happening like this and like that. I knew it was going to happen. I knew how it was going to go down. Like, me and my mind, coach, we knew that knockout was... Shut the fuck up. You were getting schooled for 2.5 rounds. You landed a shot in the last minute. Well done. Well done, it landed that 1 out of 100 times. Good job. He did land other times in the fight as well, but... Don't give us that bullshit like you prepared to lose 2.5 rounds to catch him in the 3rd. So stupid. Anyway, yeah. Like and subscribe. I'm live streaming. I'm going to be live streaming 9 PM GMT on Wednesday and on Saturday, where I'm just going to be live doing a Q&A, talking shit about race and politics and, I don't know, whatever my fucking chat brings up, because it gets rather dicey. It gets very dicey in my chat, I'll tell you that much. But yeah, if you want to come along, come along. I won't stream for no one, you know. If I tune on my stream and there's no viewers, the stream's getting killed, okay? I'll see you later. Thanks for watching. 9 PM GMT, I'll be live on Wednesday. Tune the fuck in, you know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, and subscribe as well.